Around the Table on Harrison's Original, KHOZ.
Welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is Thursday here in the studio, and boy, do we have a show for you.
Boy.
I stayed up till midnight last night thinking about the show, and it should be great.
Oh, good for you.
Okay. All right.
Bring it on.
How's everybody doing today? Ann, I'm talking to you.
Well, you said
you
everybody.
And all the other voices in your head.
So I was looking. Oh, there are some of those.
Some of those in your head. I hear them every now and then.
We're dandy.
Dandy?
Yeah.
Dandy
sure.
Smandy.
I'm just, yeah. You know, I woke up at 4 a.m., which was stupid. He didn't wear his cape. But y'all go to our Facebook page. You'll know what I'm talking about. Cape. But yeah, I got up this morning and did like an early morning Walmart pickup.
Oh.
So
did
I
you
was
go
out
to Walmart?
And about early. Oh yeah, I went out there and did a pickup. I didn't like go in. But yeah.
Why wouldn't you go in to go to Walmart?
But I didn't want to.
Well, they knew what you wanted?
Don't you use the app?
What do you mean?
You're so full of poop. I swear. Y'all, there's a problem.
Explain the process. Maybe people don't know what to do.
I'm pretty sure everybody but you knows.
I have never used that app for picking groceries.
Your
now,
wife has.
Kelly does that. Yeah, she does that. She'll say, "What do you want?" I'm putting in an order.
Yeah.
And I'll say, "Okay," and then I'll later on I'll say, "We need this," and she'll say, "Too late."
Too late.
Too late.
Yeah.
What's up with the too late stuff? Can't you tell the person that's running around the store? They run around the store all day, right? Picking up stuff for people. Why can't they just go right back in and pick up that one little thing that you're looking for?
I don't know, man, you know.
Like a box of toothpicks is what I was wanting.
You have about 3 hours or so before your order time to pick up time. Like my pickup time this morning was 7 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Wow.
Although you can pick it up later.
Kind of put you in a box, don't they?
But you... I had till 4 a.m. to make changes.
Okay.
But normally I do like at 10 o'clock, and I have, you got.
Do they have the grocery shoppers there all night long?
I don't know how that works.
Wow.
They're not open 24/7, so no, I would think not.
Yeah.
But they had to be there early, right?
Yeah. You know, our life is changing. You know, we gotta. You know, we complain about how horrible it is here in the United States. I mean, we got everything.
But is that why everybody wants to come here?
Yeah.
Because it's so horrible?
No, but the thing of it is they don't want to come here to assimilate. They want to come here for the opportunity for themselves.
Okay.
That's what I was understanding.
And?
Well, it's just kind of not the way it used to be.
Oh.
People would come here because they were really wanting a better life.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Don't get me started.
Please lift your seat, because that's annoying. It looks weird.
Well, fix my camera. It's too low.
Oh, you're always got camera problems.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I think my head swells.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's all right.
Do you want some more headroom?
Mm-hmm.
Dan? I swear.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know what you had in your oatmeal this morning, but I'm going to question that it was legitly something.
You ever had a punchki?
No.
You never had one of those?
Punchki.
No, one of those pastries.
No.
I think they're called punchkis.
I've never heard
You've
of it.
never had one?
Never heard of it.
Well, Kelly knows what they are. She goes, would you like to have a punchki? I go, what in the world is a punchki?
Yeah.
And she says, I'm going to bring some home. And they only make them one time a year. You get them in a box, and there's 4 in there, and they're the best. I don't know what kind of dough they make these things out of, but man, I'm telling you, they're great. Better than a donut.
Who is they that makes these?
Well, you can get them. You could have gotten them at Walmart. They're probably not there anymore, but they're.
Well, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But
Okay. But anyways,
I've never heard of a punch key or
I had one of
eaten
those
one.
this morning. I had a half of one this
So
morning.
you didn't have oatmeal
I had oatmeal too,
and a punch key.
and a punch.
I'll give you a punch key. Bam! Right between the eyeballs. No, I guess I'll know that there's a thing called a punch key.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
so while we're hobnobbing and all that crap,
Yes. What do you want to tell me?
I want to remind people that a business after hours is today at 4:30 at the NARMC Urology Clinic. Coffee and chat. So take advantage of that and go by and meet. You still don't like it. Meet the people there, the urology associates there, and talk about it.
Yeah.
Have some coffee. Chat about it.
Yeah.
So that's happening today at 4:30 at 224 West Erie.
Yeah, and we also got a notice from the Boone County Judge's Office. Robert Hathaway has declared a burn ban on Boone County, all of Boone County, and they what's the term? I forget what it's. It's
Red
more
flag.
red flag. It's more than a burn ban. And he says after speaking with my fire coordinator, Office of Emergency Management, and the Forestry Commission, I have issued a burn ban as of today, February the 18th, 2026, for all of Boone County. Robert Hathaway, Boone County Judge.
There you go.
So no outside burning until further notice.
Okay. I also wanted. I ran across something on social media yesterday, and it said Nana's Pizza and More coming to Bergman.
Okay.
So, upon further investigation, that is actually the Akers family is opening another little joint, and there's a place. It's across from the school in Bergman. I drove just to see if that's where it was.
Right.
And they've had a restaurant that didn't thrive.
Yeah.
They've had like a
Didn't they have a
outdoor
catfish
market.
place there
They had a
at one-
That's what didn't thrive, or it didn't stay.
Yeah.
And they've had some different things within that building,
Right.
but they're, I guess, doing some renovations. And it says Nana's Pizza and More. Pizza, pasta, subs
Okay.
will be featured, and some treats from Sweet Honey Cafe as well.
Yeah,
Or Bakery and
okay.
Cafe. So there's Bergman people, you Bergmanites. Here you go. Pizza
there-
will probably be, pizza's
Yeah,
always good.
it's
right?
always good. Yeah. There used to be a restaurant there that was pretty successful, right?
For a while.
Yeah. Okay.
We ate the catfish place. I mean, we live right there in, right before Bergman, but we just don't eat out a lot. But I'm sure we'll get some pizza from Nana's.
Well, that'll be good.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
pizza.
kind of excited for the area. Oh, hello. I guess we're going
It's
to our
time for
weather today.
it's time for weather. Yeah.
Oh boy. Sunny today with a high of 75, breezy, and gust up to 35 miles per hour. You better hang on to your toupee.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why they did the red flag. It's not so much that it's dry. It is dry.
It is dry.
But the wind is dangerous.
It's very dangerous. And tonight's mostly clear with a low of 33. Again, wind gust up to 25 mile per hour. Friday, sunny with a high of 58. Boo.
Yeah.
And then Friday night, partly cloudy with a low of 36. Saturday, a 20% chance of showers with a high of 51. And Saturday night, mostly clear with a low of 26. We're dropping back down below freezing.
Then moving into Sunday. Sunday with a high of 50 degrees with a wind factor still up there, up to 25 miles per hour winds. Sunday night, clear with a low around 22 degrees, 20 mile per hour winds. Monday, sunny, high 47. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Then low 25, clear, and 25 degrees for the overnight low of Monday. Tuesday, high 58. And Wednesday, high 67 with an overnight low in the mid 40s.
You'll spit it out.
I'll get it
I'm
out
not
there.
worried.
Okay.
Hey, I was asked to remind people, too, that Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders will meet and greet to support Bobby Ballinger in the candidate for Arkansas Senate District 28 on Tuesday, February 24th at Camp Jack, starting at 11:30.
Okay.
So I have done my
Due diligence.
Yes.
All right. Okay. let's see. This topic to ponder should be fairly easy for everyone. We'll move right into that.
Okay. Let's do. I can't wait.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Okay. When do you feel most relaxed during a normal day?
I don't know that I have an answer. I think in the evening, this shows a picture of like the sun, our graphic does.
Mm-hmm.
And sunset time is always, that time of day when basically if you work 8 to 5, your day is done.
Yeah.
Basically. And you just kind of go, and that's where I'm at. I can handle that. For sure. Yeah, about that time.
I like my most relaxed part of the day is when I get home.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I do is take my shoes off, and then within a few minutes I'm out of my clothes into comfortable clothes.
I agree with that.
And it's just like,
yeah, I hear you.
yeah.
I loved Hillary's response because I'm with her. After work, at home, no bra. She has a mixed drink in hand, recapping the day with my husband.
Okay.
My brother said right before I tell the dogs, all right, we can go to bed now, especially when I have done my dishes and laundry and accomplished what I'd planned to do for the day. So you can relax, so to speak.
Yeah.
Linda Jordan said early morning having coffee in the quiet. Julie Britton said right before sundown. And Leslie King said sitting in my driveway. Oh, we need more details on that, Leslie.
Boy.
What are you doing sitting in your driveway?
And why are you?
And what time of day is that?
Is he in a car or sitting in the?
Are you
on
just
the
sitting
drive?
in the driveway in a
ground.
chair, on the ground, Indian style?
Yeah. What are you doing?
We
Weird.
need inquiring minds
Yeah.
want to know. Okay.
All right. Go to our Facebook page. We have several responses there. You can go read those and also add to the collection
Yeah.
by putting your comment in the little box there that says reply.
Reply,
Okay.
please.
Let's move on.
All right.
Get up, get moving, get those.
That's not the one. This is the
We're
one.
doomed to
Oh,
repeat
dear.
ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
Oh, dear me.
They had martyrs lined up to hit every one of those spots. Artillery's coming down, but those doggone martyrs. And I said, oh boy, we're going to get killed.
Wow. 81 years ago, some 30,000 U.S. Marines began landing on Iwo Jima during World War II. They commenced a successful month-long battle to seize control of the island from Japanese forces. Among those fighting that day was Charles Kohler, who recalled it years later.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Oh,
A
my.
beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood. A neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood.
Sounds like the piano players had a little bit too much to drink.
Let's make the most of this beautiful day.
This is Mr. Rogers, of course, Neighborhood, debuted on the National Educational Television Network. The series later moved to PBS. And do you know the theme song? Of course you do, and there it was.
He's so fine. Wish she were mine. My Lord. My Lord. He's the envy of all the girls. It's just a matter of time. Really wanna see
A montage here.
Yeah, it's a montage.
Okay, 45 years ago, a New York judge ruled George Harrison subconsciously plagiarized the Chiffons hit He's So Fine for his hit My Sweet Lord. Harrison was ordered to pay $587,000. You decide.
Wow. I thought they were two different songs.
I didn't, see the thing, but whatever.
Eventually, this transition ought to lead to free and fair elections, and I mean free and I mean fair.
18 years ago, back in 2008, an ailing Fidel Castro resigned the Cuban presidency. After nearly a half a century in power, President George Bush hoped there would be more changes.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
16 years ago, in a televised statement, Tiger Woods acknowledged the mounting evidence of his infidelity and apologized.
See, that's my problem in life. Gee, that's what I lack. Planning, foresightedness. I live for the moment. Problem is, once the moment passes, I'm unprepared for the next moment and the next. Ouch.
3 years ago, in 2023, Richard Belzer, the longtime stand-up comedian who became one of TV's most indelible detectives as John Munch.
Yeah.
Homicide, Life on the Street, and Law and Order, SVU, died at the age of 78, and this is a scene from The Ladder.
Case I don't want nobody. I do believe that would only break my heart. But if you feel like loving me, if you got the notion, I sicken that emotion. Say if you feel like giving me.
That is singer Smokey Robinson. He was born this day in 1940, making him 86. One of his biggest hits is I Second That Emotion.
Extra gloves? You've had this pair of extra gloves this whole time?
Yeah, we're in the Rockies.
Oh my gosh, what a funny movie. Actor Jeff Daniels was born on this day in 1955. He is 71, and he stars with opposite Jim Carrey in the 1994 film Dumb and Dumber.
Okay, I want to say something because I've told this story before. But my husband proposed to me at the Ozark Mall
Right.
in the Santa chair, and we went and saw this movie immediately after. What does that tell you? Who's dumb and who's dumber?
Well, your life has been a comedy ever since, right?
It has. No regrets. Okay.
Thanks, Richard.
Yeah, boy.
I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, stranger it feels. And now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave.
British singer Sia was born on this day in 1963. He is 63 today. His moody, evocative songs have found a home on many a radio format. And here's a Kiss from a Rose.
Don't ever point a weapon at me again. Catch your breath. And get back right there.
Wow. Actor Benicio del Toro was born this day in 1967. He's 59. His roles include The Usual Suspects and Traffic, and that was Sicario.
Who?
No name. Only had a phone number and a voice. As soon as your armorer sent me digital stills, I set up to buy.
You ever see the weapons?
He never showed. I guess I got cold feet.
Actress Bellamy Young was born on this day, 1970. She is 56 years old. And this was a young, alongside Mark Harmon on NCIS.
Friends don't lie. You say soon on day 21. You say soon on day 205. When is soon?
Actress Millie Bobby Brown was born this day in 2004, making her 22. She's known for her breakthrough role as the psychokinetic young girl 11 on the Netflix original series Stranger Things.
Okay. All right, we're coming back in just a few minutes, but first we're going to take a break. And once we come back, we're going to be talking with Aaron Smith. Looks like he's brought somebody with him.
We will find out who that is.
Find out who his special guest is.
Yes.
And we will do that in just a few minutes. He is going to be talking about Hickory Hill Insurance. We'll be taking a break. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Around the Table. We have with us in the studio Aaron Smith and Suzanne Smith.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of nice that you guys have the same name. I guess
He took my name.
He took your name? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their lawyers really fought hard
They
to
were
put her
listening.
name first on the. Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for being here. You know,
They're with Hickory Hill Insurance.
Hickory Hill Insurance, yes. Yeah, we were going to talk a little bit about some of the Medicare stuff that's going on. It's kind of a hard thing to navigate through if you've never gone through it. And is going to be in that situation real soon. So kind of give us some ideas on how to navigate through that for people.
And if you want, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
But if you want to hit on insurance in general, since you don't do just Medicare, but I know you want to focus on that, so you take it away wherever you want it.
Okay. Well, yeah, Medicare is an evolving landscape with a lot of products, a lot of marketing pointed at seniors. It used to be a very seasonal thing.
I'm a senior now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be a very seasonal thing, and now it's really around the year. And there's some interesting legal reasons why, and some of which, some of these things really should change. Like people should not be marketed to year round for these products. But we do see some things going on in the marketing that we really like to see some reforms there. But that's kind of that's veering into opinion and things that I'm passionate about.
Right.
But people have a lot of options with Medicare, and that's one of the difficult things is that we've got Medicare supplements from dozens and dozens of companies available in Arkansas. We've got Medicare Advantage plans; those are different from supplements. From just depending on what county you're in, there's quite a few of those as well, and each company has several of those. We have prescription drug coverage in addition to that. Sometimes that's included on an Advantage plan. Usually it is. And then sometimes it's a separate product. If you have a Medicare supplement, that doesn't cover your prescriptions. It has to be added as a separate product.
How do you keep up? How do you keep up with all that?
You know,
I mean, you have to do. You probably like a lot of medical people. You have to do continuing education and all that.
Do. Yeah, and I've done this for 18 years. I've helped people with Medicare, and so you know that frog in a boiling pot of water. It starts off cold, and in lots of ways, 18 years ago, this was a simpler landscape, and so bit by bit, they've added layers of complexity to it, new rules, new products, and so it's. That's how I keep up with it.
Well, it's a little complicated and overwhelming if you're just going and looking, going, I have no idea where to start. And I suppose that's where Hickory Hill can go, I can help you with that.
Yeah.
To streamline which plan, if it's Advantage or otherwise, would work for your particular situation.
Yeah, and there's no. Lots of times people want to know the right answer to this question. Well,
tell us what to do.
Should I get a supplement? Which company's the best? And should I get an Advantage plan? Would that be better than a supplement? And honestly, I've been on both sides of. When I first started helping people with Medicare, I really thought Advantage plans were just the thing. Like, why would anybody spend the money on a supplement? And then over time, I figured out why somebody would spend the money on a supplement and saw the advantages of that and kind of came over to that camp for a while. And so I've been kind of a fundamentalist on both sides of this equation. And then there's some issues with Medicare supplements as well where one is that they're a lot more expensive and not everyone can afford them. Another is that they get more expensive over time. And so it's not... it's not a one-size-fits-all thing, and it's not a one answer is right for every person type of thing at all.
Does the basic Medicare amount that it costs you, does that increase over time? Does it increase with your age? Some of the insurance companies,
it's such a good question.
Increases when you're getting older.
You
need to die. No, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the hidden message. People are always looking for, what did they mean by this? Why did they send this to me? And so the Part B premium that gets taken out of people's Social Security, that does go up for everyone pretty much each year. Some years it doesn't, but most years it does. And so it's not individual by age. Now, there are some people, because of high income, and it's quite high income, will pay more for their Part B premium. But you've got to have pretty high income for that. So maybe around $250,000 or so.
Oh, okay.
If your
Okay,
annual
okay.
income's in that ballpark, you might have to pay
Well,
a
that
higher
rolls me
premium.
out.
Yeah, I feel for those people. I really do, that they have to pay a little more for that. But on the other hand,
Well, you're talking about Advantage programs. Now,
Yeah.
I had a Blue Cross Blue Shield Advantage, and they deleted that program completely, did they not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
did.
So, I mean, I had to really shuffle
Well-
around to find something as an alternative.
Yeah, and we see changes like that. This year was
Yeah.
a big year for those kind of changes. We had more than one company do that this year, and when that happens, I mean, it's people get comfortable with those products and can feel pretty panicky, especially like
Oh, I
a
was
trusted
panicked.
name like you had. Like
Yeah. And the
what am I gonna
transition
do? Yeah.
to just switch it over it took a couple 3 months.
Yeah.
I mean, to get everything back in order again, your medicine and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those kind of changes, those happen each year. And so with prescription drug
Okay.
plans and Advantage plans, we tell people you get a Medicare supplement. It's a marriage. You get that. Usually when you turn 65, you take a Medicare supplement. They don't ask any health questions for the first 6 months when you're 65. So that's
Okay.
the time to get one if you've got anything
Yeah.
going on. And then you hang on to it. And unless it gets too expensive for you, that's more of a committed relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have seen quite a few Medicare supplements get too expensive to keep over the last, really since COVID. It's been a really
Wow.
marked change.
So when you say supplement, what does that cover? What are you saying?
Yeah, it's a great question. So Medicare supplement is really simple, old-fashioned insurance, and it's a small policy that pays after Medicare pays. Lots of times people get the impression that it's a bigger policy or their main insurance,
right.
but it's not. Medicare's paying. I'm gonna oversimplify quite a bit.
Please
But
do.
Medicare's paying like 80% of
Okay.
just about everything, and then the supplement comes and picks up what's left, the 20%.
Okay.
Now there's some other copays and deductibles there, but I just kind of want to keep it, as a sketch. And the supplement. One thing that's great about Medicare supplements is they don't have networks. If a doctor or hospital specialist takes Medicare, then they have to take your Medicare supplement.
Right.
If they have a sign up in their office that says we don't take, X insurance company, and it's the one that your supplement comes from,
Yeah.
but they do take Medicare, they do take your supplement. And if sometimes we'll have offices that are a little newer that don't understand the difference, and they might say something, but over time they'll realize that supplement's just going to cut them a check. They don't have to file anything. They don't have
wow.
to do any
Okay.
authorizations.
Right.
There's no additional paperwork for that. It's very different from an Advantage plan, which does put some additional burdens on our doctors' offices and hospitals, and billing those is more of a trial by fire for our providers. Our providers lots of times have pretty strong opinions about which one is the right answer on supplement versus Advantage plan.
Because there's like a Part A and there's a Part B.
Yeah.
So
that's
what are you referring to as the supplement?
So yes, a good question, because there's a lot of alphabets being thrown around
Yeah.
in Medicare. So there's actually Part A, Part B, Part C, and Part D. Then that's Medicare. And then with supplements, they've got their own alphabets, some of which match the ones in Medicare, but are totally different plans. So if we're talking about parts,
Okay.
we're talking about Medicare. So Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D. Part A of Medicare is the hospital, and it has a
Right.
deductible around $1,600, a little more than that now.
Okay.
And it pays for room and board, nursing care, and blood. There's probably a few other things in there. Again, I'm probably oversimplifying. And it covers you for the first 60 days in the hospital. And it's per incident, per illness. So let's say
Okay.
you go in with pneumonia. You're hospitalized and they release you, and you come back with with a burn wound, and you need to be inpatient
Right.
for that. 2 different illnesses.
Starts
even if
all
it was in
over.
the same 60
1600
days.
and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you come back with pneumonia, it's the same hospitalization. Part B is your medical. And remember I said that Part A covers room and board, nursing care, and blood. Part B kind of hits everything else. So your doctor, your specialist, your chiropractor, outpatient surgery, durable medical equipment if you've got oxygen that you receive, or even
MRIs.
MRIs, CAT
yeah.
scans, all that
Okay.
outpatient stuff. test strips, lancets for your diabetics, like
Okay.
things like that are covered by Part B.
Okay.
Doctor visits, all of that. It's got a deductible of $286 something. It's $280 something. And then after that deductible's met, then it pays 80%, and you're responsible for 20%. If you've got a supplement, there's a bunch of different supplements, but the most popular one right now is a Plan G. Every Plan G.
G?
G.
Okay.
Every Plan G from every company is going to have you pay the Part B deductible, and after that it picks up the 20%, and it does pick up the $1,600 something at the hospital as well. And so, super simple, very little paperwork. Starts around $140 a month. And so,
in addition to whatever they take out of your Social Security,
in addition,
which is 200 and something for regular Medicare. Or
200 and something. Yeah, you're learning insurance talk now.
I've heard this
Yeah.
recently, so I was curious.
Yeah, and so with a supplement, when you choose one, you want to choose a company that has a low premium and has a good prospect at keeping that premium low over the long term. And in Arkansas, there used to be one company that met that description, and they sold 80% of the supplements that were available, or that had been sold in Arkansas, were through that one company. And it's, I don't say company names on interviews like this, but everybody knows who I'm talking about.
Sure, yeah.
It's the Arkansas company when it comes to health insurance, and so. I mentioned COVID. After COVID, those prices are no longer very competitive, so we've had to look at other options.
Okay.
And what we're looking for is insurance companies that have amassed a good-sized book of business, which there used to not be any of those in Arkansas for supplements. And we're looking for insurance companies that manage that business conservatively, that are not bringing a lot of people with illnesses onto those plans quickly.
Yeah.
And so we want to see people with illnesses covered, but when we're shopping for a supplement, we want to find a stingy company that's guarding the gate to keep those premiums low over the long term, because the premiums are not set just by the greed of the insurance company. The premiums are set. I know. I'm not saying there's no greed involved, but the premiums are set by the claims of the group as a whole. And when an insurance company wants to raise the premium to cover those claims, they have to prove that it's necessary to the State Department of Insurance.
Okay.
And so it's not just an ad hoc process where they felt like they'd like to make them a little more money off of folks. It's
there's some regulations they have to meet.
There really are. Yeah, there really are. And a lot of this stuff, when you look at the details, there were some smart people involved that had some good principles that they went by, and so it's set up pretty sanely. But like every other part of our medical system, some of it was set up really sane, but it's participating in a very shifting landscape that's not exactly sane. So
well, you're giving us a lot of information about it, but and that's where the beauty of, I suppose, coming to see someone like you who has this information, has dealt with this, have seen the changes, and could guide you. Because like I said, it's overwhelming for a lay person to go, what do I do now?
Yeah.
So certainly, and this is not something, I don't know, I'm not going to say that, never mind. Well, I was going to ask, how do you get compensated for that?
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
a great
I mean?
question.
I mean,
yeah. So we don't charge anything.
right.
People get the same insurance products through us that they would get if they signed up on 800 number or online.
Right.
There's no change to their benefits, and the insurance companies, when we sign somebody up, they pay us usually monthly, sometimes annually, for the people that we signed up through our office. And so, but there's literally no advantage to bypassing us. You will not pay less, and
I think
your
you'll feel more
benefits will not be
comfortable.
better. Yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know y'all do some community service type deals where you talk about the basics, and I think you do that. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna start being more involved in that, and so this coming Monday, February 23rd, at 2 p.m. In one of the upstairs conference rooms, we've got an educational seminar
at the library. Is
at
that
the
correct?
library,
Okay.
yes. And it's good. All of the things that Aaron was just talking about will be included. some more, broad,
Right.
like understanding. And there's also a visual element, which is awesome. So you can kind of read along.
It's very helpful.
Right.
As the presentation is going forward, and then there's a Q&A at the end. And so we've got monthly educational seminars at the library. So we've got this coming Monday, February 23rd, and then I think the March date also is Monday, March 23rd.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know the April date, but it's on the
on.
it's on the books. But yeah, we want to see folks there and help
You
them
wanna help
out.
them.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
We want to help people be discerning consumers with this, and I think the more you understand about this system, and obviously I'm biased, like we want people to come to us, but the more you understand about this system, the more you'll want somebody who deals with it every day to help you. And we help people enroll in these products every day, and we have a very principled way of looking at what's right for folks, where we look at the doctors that they need access to, the cost of their medications on every available plan, and share that information. We use Medicare's website itself to help people see the estimated cost of their medications for the year, and we verify their
For somebody that's interested, they just need to give you a call, I would assume.
Yeah.
What's your phone number?
It is 870-743-9006.
And we had planned to talk about regular insurance, health insurance, but we may have to save that for. I know we have a couple of months with y'all focused to come in and talk, so we may have to wait and
We'd love to have
highlight that since we're running.
This has been a good conversation because
very good.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Health insurance is complicated, and Medicare is complicated, and all this stuff. And this is such a great resource for people to reach out to you and to schedule time when you can assimilate what's going on with their life, because not everyone's the same.
That's super true. Yeah.
Well, and I think probably if you're on certain types of meds, maybe one plan would be better, or more meds than another person. You help streamline that for the client.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, and like I think there's about a dozen prescription plans available right now, and somewhere around 30 Advantage plans, and those are very particular to people's providers and medication, which one's right for them. And then there's the whole aspect of what people are comfortable with too.
Right.
So sometimes people are very uncomfortable with one company and super comfortable with another, and it's worth it to them. And so people have their own decisions to make, but we're going to show them, everything that's available, what the cost would be. And those are Advantage plans, prescription drug plans. Remember I said a supplement's more of a committed relationship, Those Advantage plans and prescription drug plans, you've got to watch them like a hawk. They change each year. They will drop your medications. Sometimes they leave your provider. Sometimes your provider leaves them. We saw a lot of upheaval like that this year. And so that's something to evaluate each year.
Because you could change from Advantage to something else or not. Are you
can
stuck?
change from one Advantage plan to another. You can go back to original Medicare. Not quite. You can change prescription drug plans each year. If you want to change your Medicare supplement, you can change anytime in the first 6 months after you turn 65. After that, you have to pass health underwriting. So we can't change supplements with the same kind of fluidity as Advantage plans. We can do it any time of year. We can make a change to someone's supplement if they can pass underwriting. And so as long as the health insurance company looks at you and says, well, they look cheap, like we think we'll make money off of them for a while, then they'll take you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's not kid ourselves about who we're dealing with. And so there are some, there's some companies that take people with certain conditions and stuff, and that does affect the price. But we can make changes to supplements year round, but it's more of a maybe. Advantage plans got to take you regardless of your health conditions. They've got to.
Well, that's where you all come in handy. So
we memorize all that stuff. So
right.
Well, we encourage people to reach out to you. You talk to Aaron or Susan. Suzanne, I'm sorry. 870-743-9006.
That's us.
9006?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
And also go to the library on
February 23rd
for a basic course.
Yeah. Okay.
It beats the book I got.
Yeah.
Yep. It's going to be a good time. There's snacks.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
snacks.
Yeah.
We're out of time, I
Yeah,
think.
thank
so
y'all
we'll
for
have
coming
to-
in.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it. We'll
guys.
have
Thanks so
let's
much.
have you come back in and we'll talk
They'll
more
be in
about
next
in-depth
month, for
stuff
sure.
Would love
about
to.
insurance. All right.
Absolutely.
Thank
We're
you.
to take a break. We'll be right back.
The table on the original KHOZ.
And welcome back to Around the Table. Let's see. We're running a little long on time, aren't
Well,
we?
that was some good information, and I'm like right there.
Well,
I needed that, so
I
I
almost-
kept asking questions.
I almost wanted to make 2 segments out of it.
We should
but I think that we started coming to the end of the whatever.
Yeah. And they had an appointment, so we had to get them
Oh,
there.
they had an appointment.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see what.
Let's do the boneless wings thing.
You know
and
what?
then we'll take a
I
break.
love
'cause
wings.
I love wings too, but there's a court ruling against. There was a court ruling about boneless wings, and you know sometimes you go get boneless wings and they're not really boneless, or they're not wings. I mean, they are boneless.
They are
yeah,
boneless.
they're boneless, but they're not.
People don't consider those necessarily wings, right? The boneless ones.
Well, I was thinking, well, these things are awful good to be just wings because there's not much meat on a wing. There's not much wheat on a wing.
No, there isn't, Dan.
Let's see. An Illinois district court judge has ruled against a guy who sued Buffalo Wild Wings for $10 million. What? When he found out that their boneless wings aren't made from actual wing meat.
What?
Yeah. He claims the name is misleading, but the judge said it's a name dip. Kind of the same way most people think that buffalo wings are made from buffaloes. Okay?
Okay.
Even if it's only a nugget of truth.
But if you get the bone-in wings,
Yeah, those
you're
are
getting
wings.
really the.
You're getting the real wings.
I wonder where this meat comes from.
Well, it's chicken.
The butt.
It's chicken.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, I
Anyway.
don't. Yeah, I don't know, man. Wow, that was informative.
Yeah, and you know, also the it's come out from President Obama that we're aliens. Did you hear that?
I've heard something about
Yeah,
that.
he kind of admitted that there are aliens, and you know we've us as normal people knew it for a long time. We just knew that the government's lying to us. Well, President Trump might be preparing a speech to talk about it.
Well, good. Then he could just enlighten us all.
You know, he's one president. He actually exposes everything.
He does.
He exposes everything.
People get a little irate about that.
Yeah.
Too, but
His daughter-in-law, Laura Trump, went on a podcast suggesting that the president already has a speech ready and with plans to deliver it at the very right time, whatever that means, just whenever it comes up. Rumors of a speech about contact with extraterrestrials and the recovery of a spaceship have been going around social media all month, actually been going on since it happened back in the 1960s. But the White House says it's news to them. For the record, President Trump has gone on the record saying he's never been a believer in extraterrestrials, but we'll find out if he decides to do that speech or not.
well, and you know, if they've hit it now, I don't know what they're giving you information on. Do you believe everything that comes out of the government?
No.
So you have to do some discernment there on your own.
I believe
guess.
that most of what they say is diversion.
I do too, and I'm
Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
you can listen.
We're going to take another break.
Okay.
And when we come back, we'll have more for you from around the table with Dan and Ann. Stay with us.
Hometown TV, channel 26.1.
Welcome back to Around the Table. Thanks for joining us, staying with us,
Dan,
keeping us alive, keep us
keeping
motivated.
alive. You're keeping us alive?
No, I'm done. All our audience is keeping us motivated.
Yes, they are.
Are they really?
I don't know. You know what's keeping you alive and keeping you from having
What's
a heart
that?
attack?
What's
if you
that?
sleep in your room where the temperature is low.
Oh, yeah. I love a
Cooler.
cool room.
Well, here, let me read this little study here. The perfect bedroom sleeping temperature if you don't want a heart attack. Well, I think we should all pay attention to that. There's finally science that could once and for all end bedtime arguments about where to set the thermostat. A new study out of Australia says that not only should your bedroom be on the cooler side, but making it hot in there could kill you.
Oh, really?
That's what they say. They found that the hotter it is, the harder your heart has to work to circulate blood to cool your
Oh.
skin. Anything over 75 degrees puts unnecessary stress on your ticker. They suggest keeping it 72 and cooler, especially for the older people.
Yes.
So that's, I sleep better when it's cooler, so I can't complain about it. I know it helped my heart. I don't have much of a heart, but no.
Today is the Great American Spit Out. And for tobacco chewers, tired of the brown teeth and carrying a spit cup wherever you go, the annual Great American Spit Out encourages you to commit to a quit date and ditch the dip for good. And remember, you can always use those spittoon skills for shooting sunflower shells. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Is that it?
That's it. National Tug of War Day. The way ancient societies solved their ownership disputes is now the best way to get a rope and burn at a picnic.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't like something, argue with somebody, says, we'll do a tug of war.
Those are fun, though. I mean, when I was a kid. Iwo Jima Day. This is the 81st anniversary of the famous Battle of Iwo Jima.
Okay.
World War II.
National Chocolate Mint Day. Do you like chocolate mint?
I do. They're not my favorite, but
I like the little squares after meal, but that's about all I can
that's
take.
about it. I agree with you.
Yes. National Lash Day.
Read how long mascara has been around.
Okay, mascara has been around for more than 6,000 years.
That's a long time.
What do they make that out of?
Bat guano? No, that's
Are
what
you
I've
serious?
heard. I don't know what it's made. I've heard that in the past. That's probably BS, but
Oh, it was the first. It was first used by the ancient Egyptians, who apparently loved a dramatic eye used to ward off evil spirits. The mascara was made of ground up rocks and coal.
well, there you go.
Okay.
Well, let's put some rocks and coal on our eyes. That'll feel good.
National Vet Girls Rise Day,
Okay.
recognizing the dedication and sacrifice of nearly 2 million women who have and contributed to service to the U.S. military. Women have been in the armed forces since the Revolutionary War, and many have gone unrecognized for their service, sacrifice, and valor.
Valor. Okay. We'll be back tomorrow.
All right.
Who's on the show? Do you know?
I don't. Do you?
I not off the top of my head.
Well, we'll find out.
You'll
we'll see
find
you.
out.
We'll see you tomorrow.